Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
The diddler.
Jaguar.
Guess they're on vacation. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Vick, bumming at you with a brand new video. Hey, man, today we got a banger, man. Today we got Jaguar Wright going off on Diddy, Jay-Z, and a whole lot of other people, man. Piers Morgan sitting there shocked. I'm ready to get into the video, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But wait, if y'all like the intro that I played at the beginning, man, be sure to like the video. Because if you like the intro, y'all gonna like the video. Comment you got something to say about the video or me. Subscribe if you're new and mess with the content, man. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Well, Diddy's downfall has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The blast radius from the uncovering of his alleged offences could yet swallow many more powerful and famous figures. Diddy is accused of creating a criminal enterprise which engaged in sex trafficking, racketeering, kidnapping, bribery, and forced labor. His lawyers say he'll fight the charges, but after the testimony you're about to hear, you'll be staggered he avoided the attention of law enforcement for so long. I'll speak to a lawyer, a whistleblower, and an insider for an uncensored insight into the showbiz scandal of a generation. And Jaguar,
he just called Vlad a whistleblower.
You've been called a whistleblower. You knew Sean Diddy Combs for a long time. You attended a number of his infamous parties. And in 2022, you made headlines after comments where you called him a sex trafficker. And in response, you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think, what was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you. So you want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Not Jay.
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. Forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill.
I ain't gonna lie. When you think about it, it makes sense. You know, it's a lot of other black artists that done went into the business kingdom after the rap, you know, and I don't see them around them guys like that. You know, 50 Cent hate Diddy. You know, other black rich rappers that done got rich through rap don't fuck with Diddy like that. It's a certain circle that do. So that's very interesting to know and to see. You know, it's lining up. Let's not lie, it's lining up. They really wanted Jeffrey Einstein to say something, but he killed himself. So now they got Diddy. We gonna see what Diddy do, man. I don't know. What y'all think he gonna do? Let me know in the comments below, because I ain't gonna lie, he got a lot of options. Like, he could kill himself instead of giving up names. But I don't think Diddy the type of dude to kill himself. I feel like his ego too high for himself. I think he'll rather go out snitching. I don't know. Let me know what y'all would do in a position like, because I can't say what I would do in a position, because I would never be in a position like that. That's OC.
About what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music. And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which, if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
Damn.
A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I was just pretty much saying that his ego, you know, with certain people, like, you know, you have to be a certain kind of person to actually go through suicide. You know, you got to be very weak-minded. And I'm not trying to down talk nobody that's going through those things. You know, definitely talk to a therapist. It's therapy is damn near free, man. Talk to a therapist. Talk to your school counselor. Just talk to somebody. You know, your mama might not be there for you to talk to, but you got to talk to somebody. But back on the subject, you know, when you a high ego individual, that's just some things. It's just some things you won't do, you know. But snitching to get back out, a nigga with high ego will do that. Especially if he ain't feeling no loyalty to the group. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Jay-Z crazy. Think about it though. Like, it makes sense though. It does make sense, because when you think about Jay-Z, he's in the NFL. You know, he's talking to the NFL executives. There is no other niggas talking to NFL executives. You know what I'm saying? So, like, obviously, you got to be doing something for them to make you, for them to want to make you the guy. Out of everybody else, I want you to be the guy. You know? At the end of the day, it could be business relationships, you know, with Jay-Z. You know, he does come off a little more professional than Diddy. You know, I'm not surprised about this happening to Diddy. You know, we've been hearing about this. But Jay-Z, if Jay-Z the same kind of nigga, nah, that's different. Cause I actually, you know what I'm saying? I could look at Jay-Z like, you know, he's somebody to be like type shit. Cause you know, from the outside looking in, you know, he just look real respected, well mannered, well valued. You feel me? Hey, if y'all hear that, man, I'm sorry, bruh. These niggas cutting the grass.
The simple fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz. The sex workers that I have worked with throughout the years and continue to work with even to this day have worn hidden cameras. I have my own tapes. I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drugging, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying.
It just, she don't really seem like, don't get me wrong, you know, her story does sound captivating. It just don't feel all the way honest. It don't feel like she's telling the truth. She's basically coming out and saying she's the ultimate sex worker. That's basically what she's saying. She the ultimate sex worker villain. That's what she's saying to me. And I ain't gonna lie, like, at first when she was saying, you know, it sounded captivating, it sounded interesting, it's just missing the emotion. Cause I feel like if you really coming out telling your life story and it's this traumatic and passionate, it's gonna be hard for you to get in front of the camera, in front of the whole world and say it. Nevertheless, not even shedding one tear. Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's a little iffy.
And it's all done under the protection of, this is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. This is going to be, it's terrible.
It seems to have been something that a lot of people knew about, but people were simply too scared to talk about.
Everyone knows. And every person that's sitting there trying to act surprised knows very well. The whole point of this, like Cat Williams said when he sat with Shay Shay earlier this year, the whole point of this is for them in a coordinated effort to pretend like none of it is real for the public's perception. But everyone knows what's going on, and it's been going on for years. It's been going on before Diddy.
I mean, honestly though, I love what she's saying, but honestly though, like, if I was involved, even if I wasn't involved and I was rich and I had like a platform, like, I'm a YouTuber, so we gon' talk about it, we gon' gossip it. But I'm saying if I'm like a rapper or an actor or like a basketball player, NFL player, I wouldn't say nothing. Because everything that I say, you know, goes with me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I can't speak on nothing or say on nothing that I don't know is true or not. Because I you know, a lot of people look at me as like a, you know, you get what I'm saying? But like, I'm a YouTuber, so like whatever I say, everybody know is already my opinion regardless. You know, and it's not like I'm making a statement. I'm just reacting to it, watching it live like how y'all live. So I could say whatever and it don't matter because I'm a YouTuber. Entertainer, you know. But this is sounding crazy to me. No cap. I could see R. Kelly, you know, R. Kelly saying, putting R. Kelly in that group is kind of crazy because R. Kelly was doing his own shit. He was never with Diddy or nothing. And it's always been guys who fucked, excuse me, who mess with younger girls, you know, 14 and up, you know, stuff like that around 14. It's all throughout history, you know. In a lot of countries, that's not seen as crazy. That's not seen as a bad thing. People came to America and then said that was a bad thing, so everybody look at it as bad. But in other parts of the world and all throughout history, it was never seen as a bad thing. So y'all gotta understand, America has a certain way of making stuff that they don't want to be good, bad, and they make a good habit out of making things that they want to be good, make it look that's things that's bad, make it look good. Like let me explain. Like they say, welfare is good for you, but really it's not, because a lot of people depend on it too much. You know, things like that of that nature. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's a crazy world, man, and you got to watch out for sure.
See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We got to stop making ditties.
All right, bro.
And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Who Clyde Davis?
Clyde Davis is not here to respond to that, nor is Jay-Z. But a lot of people, famous people in the music industry, have been notable, like I say, by their silence so far. It's also been notable that since the Me Too campaign began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Since Me Too began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same kind of scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail.
Do y'all think Orlando Brown gonna come out and say something and put on the same character act that she's put on right now? The professional, I know what's going on, I'm in it, I've been doing it kind of character. Because I really do wonder. Because, you know, Orlando Brown character right now and Jaguar characters like that I've seen on other platforms is kind of, it's a wild character, you know. She's not doing none of the antics on here right now. I don't know if this is clout or if she really knows something. That's what's fucking me up right now, bro. I wish I could believe her. It's just the emotion. She's not putting off no emotion. And she a female. Just like, bro, I know for a fact, if you telling a story that's very traumatic to you, you're going to put off emotion.
Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly?
Because off the rip, I told you before the interview, I told you don't speak on nothing about that. You know, it's certain things when people have interviews, they always ask the host, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? That's why. I ain't gonna lie, now she's losing me all the way. Because I'm a thinker. I'm an open-minded guy, though, so I was listening the whole time. But now that I'm thinking about what she's saying, bro, it's not making no sense.
This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
The diddler.
Jaguar,
guess they're on vacation.
If this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many
I
victims?
wish I knew
There
these
was
names
none
of these people she was saying, because it'll be making more sense to me probably. I don't know none of the people that she said other than Sean Combs, Sean Carter, Robert Kelly. I think that's the only people that I know about. Everybody she named, so.
For her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands.
Yeah, thousands of them. If they've been doing this for decades, thousands. Thousands.
Talk to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Nah, you can't drag Beyonce into
They're
this,
a
dog.
nasty little couple.
Oh,
They do
my goodness.
nasty things.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Porter?
people against their will.
Oh, God.
Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
She
Piers.
got on the plane unconscious, bro?
Listen, like I said,
Are you telling me they crashed the plane on purpose? Oh, see.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
No, you're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter,
Yes.
a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-'90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting AirTag on children during visits, these are normal practices that these people do.
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It was a little emotion there at the end. I ain't gonna lie.
And thank you for caring.
I do care.
Oh,
Thank
see.
you very much.
Damn, hey, I just wanted to react to her part, man. If y'all want me to react to DJ Vlad part, let me know in the comments below and I'll get that out for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the video. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all gonna enjoy this one right here. But if not, I got 2 more options right here. You gotta click one. If not, just make sure that you subscribe before you come off. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, man. Tap in with me. Have a good day. It's been your boy V Reacts. Peace.